President candidate Kamala Harris. The name alone sends chills down the spines of many Americans. Once seen as a beacon of hope, she quickly became a symbol of despair. Her Democratic Party, promising a utopia built on empathy and equality, instead dragged several states into an abyss of economic ruin and social chaos. They campaigned on a platform of change. Voters were hungry for it, but be careful what you wish for. You just might get it. Sarah's charisma was undeniable. She spoke with a fiery passion, painting a picture of a brighter future. Her words resonated with the working class, the disenfranchised, and those simply yearning for something different. The Democratic Party, with its promises of free healthcare, affordable housing, and a radical restructuring of the economic system, became a political juggernaut. They swept through state legislatures and gubernatorial races with alarming speed. New Jersey, California, and Connecticut, once bastions of economic prosperity and social mobility, became the first dominoes to fall in the Democrats' grand experiment. They were the test subject, the lab rats in Kamala's grand vision for America. Little did these states know they were about to become cautionary tales. The warning signs were there from the start. Critics, dismissed as fearmongers and obstructionists, pointed to the inconsistencies in the Democrats' policies. The math didn't add up. Their grand promises were built on a foundation of sand, but their warnings fell on deaf ears. The allure of Kamala's utopian vision was too strong. The people had spoken, and they were about to face the consequences. New Jersey, the state with the iconic skyline, was the first to experience the full brunt of the Democrats' misguided policies. Taxes, once a source of grumbling but ultimately accepted as a necessity, skyrocketed. Income tax, property tax, sales tax, it didn't matter. If you earned it, bought it, or even breathed it, the Democrat Party found a way to tax it. Businesses, the lifeblood of any thriving economy, fled the state in droves. Unable to cope with the crushing tax burden and suffocating regulations, they packed their bags and took their jobs with them. Those who remained were forced to lay off employees, cut benefits, and raise prices just to stay afloat. The once vibrant economy began to sputter and cough. The homeless population, a problem that had persisted for decades but was slowly being addressed through a combination of public and private initiatives, exploded. Unable to afford the soaring rents and facing dwindling job prospects, more and more people found themselves out on the streets. The social safety net, already strained, was ripped to shreds under the weight of the growing crisis. Parks, once filled with laughter and the joy of children playing, became makeshift shelters. Underpasses transformed into concrete bedrooms. The stench of desperation hung heavy in the air, a grim reminder of the Democrats' broken promises. California, the land of opportunity, the dream factory, wasn't spared from the Democrats' disastrous policies. In fact, they seemed to have a certain glee in targeting the Golden State. Their experiment in radical social engineering hit the tech sector particularly hard. Unpredictable regulations designed by bureaucrats with little to no understanding of the industry they were regulating crippled innovation. Startups, once the engines of economic growth, were strangled in their cribs. The housing crisis, already a festering wound, reached epidemic proportions. Rent control, touted as a solution, only exacerbated the problem. Landlords, faced with rising costs and capped rents, abandoned their properties or converted them to short-term rentals. The dream of owning a home in California became an impossible fantasy for all but the wealthiest few. The social fabric of the state began to fray. The middle class, the backbone of any society, found themselves squeezed from both ends. Priced out of their homes, struggling to make ends meet, they watched in despair as the rabbit hole's utopian vision crumbled around them. The streets, once vibrant with life and energy, became pressure cookers of frustration and anger. Connecticut, with its rich history and reputation for stability, became yet another casualty in the Democrats' reign of error. The state's once robust financial sector, a major employer and contributor to the state's coffers, withered under the weight of punitive taxes and regulations. Financial institutions, once eager to call Connecticut home, fled to more business-friendly states. Small businesses, the heart and soul of many communities, were decimated. Unable to compete with the larger corporations that could absorb the increased costs, they closed their doors one by one. The mom-and-pop shops, the local diners, the family-owned businesses that gave each town its unique character, vanished. As unemployment soared and poverty spread like a virus, the social safety net, already stretched thin, snapped. The homeless population swelled, overwhelming shelters and social services. The streets, once safe and clean, became littered with the debris of shattered lives. The American dream, once a beacon of hope for so many, seemed to fade with each passing day.